Good morning and welcome to a special report on France. France's national symbols include the Gallic rooster and the fleur de lis. France is also known for its many tourist attractions, including the Louvre Pyramid, also known as the Musée du Louvre, a beautiful glass pyramid, the Eiffel Tower, the Palace of Versailles, the Mont Saint-Michel, and the French Riviera. But not only is it known for its spectacular tourist attractions, but also its delicious cuisine and varying ideas of fashion.
So we actually decided to go out and try some of France's most known desserts like the crepe, the croissant, the macarons, and the cappuccinos.
And now that we've seen a little bit of France and what it is known for, we'll move on to French news and how such an alluring country is not doing so great currently because of the terrorist attacks, violent protests, and its presidential elections. Here we see a scene of French civilians protesting against violence and brutality, and what was supposed to be a peaceful protest turns into exactly what they wanted to end: violence and brutality, gunshots, and fighting. Aside from these protests, a few days later we start seeing a lot more terrorist attacks.
On the morning of September 12th of 2016, a car packed with gas cylinders was found near the Notre Dame Cathedral in France, and in it the fingerprints of a woman named Ornella G were found. She is suspected of attempted murder and a terrorist attack. She is found to be part of the Islamic State group. Officers in Paris are doing everything to avoid terrorist attacks and are working to make the city safer for tourists and its residents.
And what we will notice is the citizens and the tourists remaining calm and in their daily routines. However, what we will notice differently is the amount of increased officers around the Notre Dame area and the increased security measures.
Along with all the problems of terrorism going on in France since the first major terrorist attack 2 years ago, 8 new arrests were made for the attack on July 14th in Nice at the Bastille. A large crowd was attacked and charged at by a male named Mohammed. He is a 19-year-old that is said to be influenced by the Islamic State, and now he's being charged.
Just a week away from France's presidential elections, a French officer was shot and killed by an Islamic State member down at Champ de Îles.
Les pistes qui peuvent conduire à l'enquête et qui devront révéler toute la vérité sont d'ordre terroriste.
After the attack that killed one police officer and injured 2 civilians, presidential candidate Marine Le Pen has said, "Our country, France, has again known the barbarism of a terrorist attack at the very heart of our capital, at this symbolic avenue of France and the entire world at Champ Else. Again, one more time, it was the police officers that were targeted and paid the price of the fight against radical Islamism, this monstrous totalitarian ideology that declared war on our nation. On reason and civilization, the names of these new victims join a long list of martyrs of Islamic terrorism, women, children, men, whose life was taken, maimed, or ruined. My thoughts are with the families of the police officers fallen in the line of duty, these wounded comrades and all our police forces, gender arms, military officers here and abroad in this fight for our freedom and our security." Now we are on the topic of the presidential election. It might amaze you to know that the French actually petitioned to have Obama run as a presidential candidate. This here is the results of Sunday night's votings.
Security and terrorism is a major issue, totally absent from your project. Totally absent. No proposal whatsoever. The physical security of our fellow citizens, the fight against terrorism, fundamentalism, you don't want to lead it. No. Against terrorism, we have to restore our national borders immediately, right away.
As you can see in that clip, clearly Marine Le Pen does not think Macron is fit for the presidential position.
To a terrorist attack. Why is it? I got loyalty. We also decided to go try some of France's restarting of September 12th of 2017. It was 2016. On the morning of September 12th.
The flashes.
What if I do this? Can you tell?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous eyesight. No. Beautiful country. Ma, ¿cómo se te